is Cloudy, and today I want to talk about makeup that I couldn't seem to get rid of. I love these products, but I don't think I could say that, oh, you have to pray them out of my cold dead hands. Like, I love them, but I think the way that I keep them and I want to continue to keep them is more of an obsession. And I think it actually comes from the very early stage of my life when I learned how to do my makeup, and when I started it I got a good reason for it, and now I'm holding on to that reason, feeling that, oh, if I get rid of these makeup I would lose the part of me that I feel like it used to be the best of me, like discovering makeup and discovering the woman part in me. So I don't think that I keep this product because they are so good and I continue to use them. I just don't want to get rid of the part of me that love it, mostly like that. But then in a way, as I grow up to be a full adult myself, I feel like nothing is that constant. You cannot just hold on to the part and wishing that everything stays the same. Like, no, being a full-grown adult like I do right now, I think I have more options of becoming what I want to be. For example, with makeup, I can access to more makeup now when I have a job, when I have some extra money, when I moved to Australia and the makeup industry here is bigger. It wasn't like limited it used to be, so I feel like it was precious, so I had to hold on to that. But I think things has changed a lot, and I want to do this here to acknowledge that there's so many beautiful products that I owned. Maybe I should let them go, I don't know, but there's always a reason behind this product. And the real inspirations of today's video is these lipstick. I started to use them again. They are like old, 7 years old. That's how long I have been doing makeup, and I got this in the beginning of that journey. This is the Eclipse Real Lipstick or something. Eclipse was a Korean beauty brand. It's not a brand anymore, and for a while they stopped producing these lipsticks, but these used to be my favorite. I got at one point 4 shades, but now I only have 3 left. I decluttered one, which is very similar to one of these. That's why, like, I don't need a duplicate. I have this shade here. It's called 41 Jan. It's like a beautiful, like sand, like a sheer sand lipstick. Like, at that time when I got this, people were really into matte liquid lipstick, and it has to be long lasting. So even when they come to Korean beauty, they didn't go to like lip tint or like sheer lipstick. They go to like full matte, very dry and crackling liquid lipsticks. I was like, this is such a unique formulation at that time. And then I have the shade with me, 44 Natalie, and this is like a matte or like a sand formula. I think this is called a luster formula. This is like more of a matte sand. They are quite similar. This one is more neon and this one is like a bit deeper, but they are both a pinky red, a bit cool tone. And I have the shade 30 Flora, like a really nice coral. And I did love these lipsticks, especially Jan, which is the first shade. That's what I'm wearing right now. I shouldn't have put it on my lips, to be honest, but it doesn't smell bad. And officially, this could be the first makeup item that I ever bought for myself, because that's how I discovered it. That's how I told myself I would want a lipstick, and I'm gonna buy a color that I thought would be best for me, and I picked the shades. And this is definitely not my favorite shade anymore, but I still love it. These are like the best memory of makeup that I ever had, so I don't think that I will get rid of them. Even though maybe like in the next few years I won't be able to use them anymore. I just don't want to get rid of them. Like I said, maybe this is the part that I'm willing to hold on to because it's so memorial, it's so beautiful. And every time I think of the 16, 17, 18 years old of me trying makeup for the first time, I think of that specific image of me using these lipsticks. I got this L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte Liquid Lipstick. I think a few years back L'Oreal did a chocolate collections and they released a bunch of chocolate inspired lipstick. I got the shade A56 75% Yum. I got this on a trip to Thailand, which is years ago. That's like a while ago, way before the COVID-19 pandemic. And at that time I saw these collections and I don't know, like I have a blurred memory of that trip to Thailand. I went to Boots, so it's in like a big square. I went to Boots, which is a structure in Thailand, and I got myself so many beautiful makeup products, which at the time I was still living in my hometown, which is a very small town, so we didn't have drugstore makeup or like makeup at all. So when I got to that drugstore, I was like, this is heaven. I want to get something for myself. Or maybe it would be later in those times when I'm already really into makeup, and I would pick this kind of color because this is definitely really deep for my skin tone, and I like it so much because it smells so good. It definitely smells like chocolate, and it just reminds me of a trip with my parents and some of my cousins to Thailand. And I feel like I won't be able to be on that trip, and I won't be able to be on a trip like that again. So I want to take this. It's like a token for that time. Being able to get something from that trip with my family, it's really beautiful. Now thinking of that, thinking of me as a 25 years old, I won't be able to have a chance to go travel with my parents and my younger brother. I don't know, it feels sad, but it's okay, it's okay, it's a part of growing up. But with the lipstick, it's attached so strongly to that memory, I couldn't get rid of it, and it's just so cool. It's so cool. It freaked me out every time I see it, but it's just a cool lipstick color. Do you remember the Too Faced Chocolate Gold Soleil, or like the whole bronzer line? It comes in a compact like this. The only reason that I keep this bronzer is because of the packaging. It's so vintage. It's just so chic. It's just so nice. I'm still using this bronzer. Like there's nothing wrong with it. It's not that old. But like compared to the bronzers that I tried recently, I don't think this is way out there. But I really want to keep this bronzer for the compact. Maybe one day I will dig out the bronzer, the product inside of this, and just keep this as like a cool touch-up compact. Like it has a really nice mirror here, so maybe I would want to keep it, and like maybe slip some like blotching paper in it, and just like I mean, like sometimes when I think like, oh, I want to keep it, but it has Too Faced in it, it's like, so like it's a cosmetic product, but like it's kind of nice. Like the writing is really nice, so I don't mind to use this as my compact mirror and just like take it everywhere with me. ABH Glow Kit. This is a piece of history. Like at that time I could get myself a glow kit from ABH. So cool, but like it's very gross. If I show you and you can see it, it looks really gross inside. I don't want to put it on my face, which I didn't do. It's just so cool. This is the Aurora palette, so it has beautiful, cool, and interesting highlighters. At the time I could use this. Jeez, like I'm the coolest person in the room. And of course, like in my class at the university at that time, I'm the only one who wear like a full face of makeup to class, so it's different. It's very different in Vietnam, and there's no judgment for that. But look at this palette, it's so cool, and I think it used to be my favorite highlighter formula because it's so blinding, it's so sparkly. I like the shade Spectra. It's like a purple in the pan, but it has this like sheer pink shade to it, and probably Helia. It's like green on the pan, but it has a bunch of like yellow golden glitter in it. So these two are my favorite. I mean, I forget to tell you the part that's gross about this palette, which is it has oil leaking out of the pan. So I believe some of the oil-based ingredients in the formula, because it's also like if you keep it for a long time, they will leak out of the pan and it stain the cardboard packaging. So like it looks like, yeah, you can definitely see that there's like a stain. There's like an oily, watery stain on the cardboard part of the packaging. It looks quite gross. Like I don't know, but it's ABH. It's a girl kit from ABH. And the packaging is so beautiful. I don't know. I'll keep it, but I don't know why. Lastly, I have two palettes, and this is Storybook Cosmetics, or is Fairy Tales Storybook Cosmetics. I don't know. I don't know the real name of this palette. It's a little Briar roast. Maybe it's the name of the story that inspired this palette. It's a beautiful palette. I'm wearing it right now, and I think the quality is okay. The shimmers in this palette is quite mediocre. Like I experienced a bunch of fallouts, and it's very glittery and it's like crumbly glittery, but it's still nice. Like if I use like maybe like a very dense brush and just like pack it onto my lids, it would be nicer. But when I use like a fluffier brush, like it has a lot of fallout under my eyes. So the formulations is not the main character in the concept of this palette. It's because of the packaging. It's like, are you kidding me? This is like the best eyeshadow palette packaging that I've ever seen. Like it's definitely genius. Like, but I don't think this brand exists anymore. So, but I don't know. I just look at this. Like, you have to look at this from a lot of angles to see how beautiful and how cool and how interesting, how elegant it is. Like, I really like this packaging, and I think the formulation is good enough for me to keep it. So it's my guilty pleasure. And another product from ABH. So ABH is the brand that every hyped about this brand earlier in like 2016, 2017. I saw them all, but I didn't get a chance to try it. So I waited years later when I could afford an actual ABH palette. This is annoying, but it just happened. And then you can see like I wipe up like something get into the packaging. So like I try to wipe it and I actually rip apart some of the velvet texture on the palette. So now I need to hide it with a sticker, but the sticker fell out. So the packaging is beautiful, but I definitely have to keep it in the box, which is annoying, and it could get very dirty. I've seen a lot of palettes, like people with their own older ABH palettes, and I don't need to tell you like how dirty this could get. And I don't mind the color story. I think the color story is still beautiful. It's really right up my alley at the moment, like rosy, muted, a bit mauvey. But the formula isn't anything special to write home about. I don't know. So was this a scam that people loved it so much back in the day, and when I tried it in 2022, my idea of this brand, my idea of this palette, the Modern Renaissance palette, fell apart? I don't know. I don't think I'm the problem, because before this palette, maybe I have tried all the newer, more renovative formulas that I feel like, oh, maybe this one is only good if you consider 2016-2017 society. So I think this palette just misses some marks for me to really use it. But like, it's an 88 palette, it's the modern renaissance. I don't want to get rid of it. Like, I want to keep a piece of makeup history in my collections. I am considering getting a naked palette. I'm not interested in the naked 1, 2, 3. It's actually like the naked one is available in Mecca in Australia and like Bishop. I don't want to get that palette, it's so boring. I want to get the naked cherry or the naked honey or naked heat, those like bolder, more vibrant. I have a bunch of neutral palettes in my collections already. I don't need another one, and it's expensive. So if I could get a deal on like any naked palette that I'm interested in, I might get one. Like, I want that. I want that feeling. I want the feeling of owning a naked palette in my collection. And finally, this is not something that I don't want to get rid of. Like, I'm holding on to the hope that I could use it up. This is the NARS Soft Matte Complete Concealer in the shade Medium 1 Custard. This is the best concealer that I've tried in my life. Very soft. It's like a creamy in a pot type concealer, but it's very, very blendable, very soft, and I like the cushiony kind of texture of it. Great coverage, really nice medium coverage, like without any creasing at all, and it just looked like my skin. I think because I have oily skin, the best version of my skin is something that's a little bit more matte, and this always gives it to me, so I like it a lot. But it's old. It's definitely more than 3 years old. I have to admit to you, I'm gross. I don't know, like, but I think it doesn't smell weird. I don't see any weird changes in the texture or any mold. The smell is the same. The smell is like that bland, a little bit chemical kind of the smell that I get from NARS products, so I feel like it's okay, it's still okay. So you, I don't experience any breakout every time I use it, but I do want to use it as much as I can. Like, that's the best guess that I could think of when it comes to this product, that I do want to use it. Maybe I will retire it in the end of the year, and then I'll repurchase a new one. Like, it's a concealer, I will get some use out of it, definitely, but I want to try to use it as much as I can before I can get rid of it. So I think among all of these, this is like the most practical product that I know in a way I can use it up. But like a highlighter palette, I would never go through a highlighter, let alone a palette full of highlighters, and also an eyeshadow palette, like a giant pan of bronzer. But this one, there's some hope. There's some hope that I can actually get all of my money worth out of it. So that's it. That's everything I want to share with you in a video talking about makeup products that I couldn't get rid of. Maybe I should, maybe I shouldn't, maybe I shouldn't feel guilty that I want to keep it, but overall they are beautiful products that have attached to so many beautiful memories of me doing my makeup. That's the main reason why I don't want to get rid of them. I believe that we all have a part of products like that in our collections, and I think we should take a moment to think about them, maybe to cherish them, maybe to actually think of decluttering them. I don't know. Once again, I'm Claddy, and hopefully we see each other again. Bye.